So the whole idea with this part was to just see if we could actually film a whole video part based around one street. And since Wilshire is like 13 miles long, goes from Santa Monica all the way to downtown LA, I would have like maybe 10 or 15 spots that we could maybe hit. Maybe we'd get 10 minutes, maybe we'd get kicked out right away. It didn't matter. We just kept it moving. And it was just fun. Like, it was just a whole different process of filming a part. A little offended this lady wasn't more impressed with my switch pressure flip. I mean, dude, it's a weird trick. Not sure. First and maybe the last time I film one for a video part, though. So some people were talking shit on this not being quite a Wilshire spot, but our rules were if it falls in between Wilshire and the parallel street, it's a Wilshire spot. So this one counts. But this was gnarly. I've never been so scared as a skater. All I saw was Ewan was on the ground. I had no idea how hard the car hit him, where it hit him. I just see this fat ass dent. And then when I see Ewan get up and I know he's all right, I grab the camera and I just lose it on this valet driver because he just came flying out with no regard for who was on the sidewalk. But Ewan was just kind of dazed and just wanted to leave. So we got out of there. But, and then this spot. I wasn't happy with the way I did this one. So we would come back pretty much every day we went on a session. And one day showed up and it was gone, demolished. So we just had to keep the one we got.
The street is your wave. It's your canvas, dude. Fucking rock this shit. Kick ass.
I didn't really understand
Like that.
what was where. And so I
feel
kind
it.
of thought like everyone just skated in Santa Monica. A lot of the spots were in Santa Monica, but they are not. Spots in Santa Monica are few and far between and hard to hit. So we kind of wanted to make it a goal to just skate as much in Santa Monica as we could. And spots like this, you'd get 2 minutes before someone would come up. So it was rare that we would ever actually get a session. And kind of like that Circle Manny spot, one day we go back and it's just ripped out. They just tore out the spot and put in something else. I mean, but you know, while we were filming, it wasn't enough time for them to rebuild a full new spot and get it in, but you know, it still worked out. And then this was another one right there in Santa Monica on Wilshire that was like such a nightmare to time out. We had to get there at dark, not when it's getting dark, but when it's getting light. So it'd be 6 a.m. I'd skate a couple miles from my house to that spot just to get that warm up through the darkness. Chain ollies are just sketchy. Doesn't look like it from the footage, but you have to ollie from so far away the chain and you just don't want to get mangled. This is another one way on the west side that like so hard to get. What you can't really tell is that walkway I'm on right there it's such a narrow pathway, so can't even really bend my knees much to get that pop. So you're like going so close, your knees are like almost hitting the bar every time you pop and your butt's hitting the wall. So it's just like one of those weird kind of. A lot of the spots we skated are like not really spots, but in my roaming around Wilshire trying to make gold out of dirt, it works out. 3 boards down. Ooh, this spot was, man, one that got away. It was just so hard. We'd get kicked out second try. And one time we were there, I think it was this session, we got a little bit longer because the lady who lives right there had gone out for groceries or something, but it never worked out after that. Anytime we were skating in Santa Monica, we just did not want to deal with any cops.
That was robbery, dude.
This slip slide was, yeah, it was just such rough ground and uphill, which is the worst combination. Danny Fuenzalita shout out here. I'd always wanted to do some kind of a nollie flip over a street gap like this. I wanted it to go to manual, but it's another one of those spots where you really only get like 5 minutes. I'm telling the security guy right there, like, hey, just let us have one go and we'll be out of here. There's another spot that just seems like, oh, get a quick clip on a stair set, you're good, but really you got to worry about parking. There's that little sliver of red that you can aim for, but pretty much any day of the week, even on Sundays, you got cars parked right there. And even if there aren't cars, security comes out in 2 minutes, so we got lucky with that one. And then this is another one that like really, it's at such a busy intersection. There's no way you can skate it anytime other than 7 in the morning on a fucking Sunday. So that's when we'd go. And it was like, you know, start with the frontside flip. We went there probably 3 times for that. Eventually settle on the switch backside flip. And, you know, 5 minutes you get time. Security eventually is like, dude, I see you guys every fucking Sunday. What is the deal? And you're cool with them, they'll be cool with you. You know, like we just give it till they come out. And if we leave then, we'll come back. And, you know, they wait longer. I think that's how it works. A security guard's way more forgiving the second time he sees you if the first time you were cool with them. It's another spot. I just can't believe we even got to skate. After we skated it, we saw a lot more people get sessions in, so something must have changed with that building. I think maybe they like just removed the business that was in there, but that one felt good to roll away from. Random little mani pad somewhere on Wilshire. Oh, the Larry Flint building. Yeah, we didn't use this clip, but I love it. It was so windy, and you can see the little leaf like just fly by. Love that. Yeah, we didn't even get kicked out of here this day. This spot since got murked. And the switch flip. Another spot you go at like... It's weird being 30 years old, jumping down the biggest stair sets you've ever jumped down at 9 in the morning. But sometimes it works out. And sometimes there's such a battle, you just gotta let it go. I broke a lot of board skating this. I'll like just stick things I shouldn't. So, you know, I'm just trying to get anything I can because pretty much every spot we're getting kicked out at in like 5 minutes. So, a lot of boards. This is the classic, oh, get the bank trick, do a quick trick off the curb. And I think it was 4 hours later. Oh my God, yeah, it was like just one of those, I don't know, one of those sessions, dude. You just wish they didn't happen, but they do. I was so dehydrated, delirious. I've never actually been sick from trying a trick for so long. Like I had to throw up. That's skateboarding, you know. Sometimes the skate gods give you love, and sometimes they make you suffer.
You got him doing the damn thing. What would Jesus do? He gonna jump, he gonna ski, he can slide, he can do a lot of stuff. Give a shout out to these guys giving surfs up, dude.
Surfs up, dude. Yep. Switch imp. I really wanted to get a rail, like a slide trick on here. I was trying to switch tray lip, but it's just a funky spot. Felt good to finally figure out a switch impossible over something. R.I.P. Keenan Milton. Yeah, 7 a.m. 5 Sundays in a row probably for that one. And this one's just hard because that's like a really busy part of K-Town. Or, yeah, I can't remember where exactly that is in Wilshire, but it's busy. Oh, this pole jam was sick. It was probably 9:30 when we got done skating. We had started at 6. Finally got the ollie over that chain. It was not even 10 o'clock in the morning, and Ewan had to go edit King of the Road, and I think I went to the beach that day. It was a good day. What I liked about filming this is just how much ends up on Wilshire, like into a busy ass street. So if you got someone to watch for you, like the homie right there, you know, he thought I should do it again. What made this project so fun was it was just me and Ewan pretty much every time we went skating. Yeah, we'd get started early. We'd have, 15 potential spots in a couple mile area, see what we can get. It was just refreshing. It was something different. I just wanted to get something at this spot. Jerome Wilson had a line on it in a video I loved as a kid, and I don't know. A lot of the spots I skated were just tribute spots. This is one of those spots you think like, oh, this will be fun. This will be an easy little session, and then it's just a nightmare. Yeah, it's funny to admit sometimes like how long something takes. This was probably 4 hours of trying. Oh, another one, dude. Sunday morning, 8 a.m. You're still getting kicked out, so you just gotta try to get it as fast as you can. Oh man, it's funny. Half the sessions were a battle just because it's skateboarding and it's hard, and then half were just finding the windows of time. This was really just a random kind of accident joke around trick. It's funny we used it as an ender to cross the street from a heavy 14 we'd try to skate, but yeah, it's the last spot on Wilshire.